I'm Samantha Joseph and this is the magazine. Today we join a team competing in the Lions Club's 3rd annual Amazing Race. The Marlboro Lions Club held their 3rd annual Amazing Race that is loosely based off the Emmy-winning series on CBS. These 18 teams don't fly all over the world to complete tasks. Instead, they drive all over Marlboro and just over the city limits. This fun and exciting family day is the brainchild of Main Street Journal owner Jim Ash and Lions Club member Randy Scott.
Randy and I spent some time just scheming up ideas, and we start writing down ideas we have and locations. And we both know a lot about area locations from biking and hiking and things we do. So we scheme up ideas and we put them on a list, and then when we get near race time we start to decide what are the 10 or 12 stages we want to do and what's the best location for them.
Since the Lions Club is all about giving back to the community, the money raised goes to charity. All the participants, from the winners to the last team checking in, get a well-deserved dinner, compliments of the Main Street Cafe.
And the prize is just in the fulfillment, really. And at the end of the race today, they come back down to my restaurant, Main Street Cafe, and we feed them and we have a great time.
I'm Jen Boudry.
And I'm Rick Boudry.
For Jen and Rick, this is their 3rd race. They have placed in the top 3 the past 2 years. We will be following them in their quest to win it all. Arguments tend to happen on the CBS version of the Amazing Race. We wondered if that would happen to the Boudrys.
Well, how long have we been married? 18 years? So a few fights are probably inevitable, but all in the spirit of good fun.
Well, I'm not looking forward to any fights. I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun.
The first leg of the race is the Steady As You Go relay challenge. Teams must retrieve water from a large basin to fill up a 1-gallon water jug. One team member has to fill up a black bag or 2 8-ounce cups and run them to their teammate who has to fill the 1-gallon jug. There's a catch with using the black bag. It's filled with tiny holes. The jug must be full and the cap on in order to receive the next clue.
Hey, Rick, give me the bag. Give me the bag. Give me the bag. Great, thanks.
Better without.
You happy, Pat? Okay. We need to pour it in from the top of the bag. Fabulous. Oh, that's great. We're going to have at least a third of it done this way. Right to the top. Right to the top. Be careful. Get it in there. Get it in there. Good job. All right. You're almost there. Just keep going to the top. Yes! Mad Copper Scramble. Report to the dining room at the Senior Center. Around the corner from the garage at 240 Main Street. Find a room full of pennies on the floor.
In Mad Copper Scramble, teams must collect pennies and assemble them into 50-cent rolls and pay the race official with $10 of rolled pennies in order to receive their next clue.
I'm sliding off 10 then stacking them.
Jen and Rick were checking their piles over and over. They didn't know that the count didn't need to be exact. Other teams figured that out and were moving on. The Boudrys were falling behind.
Oh wow, we were like totally exact. We didn't even have to be near that exact.
The 3rd leg of the race is Swing Into Action. A team designee must hula hoop for 30 seconds at Galone Park. Until you can master this, you can't move on.
Have you ever hula hooped, Jen?
Yeah, I used to hula hoop when I was younger. I haven't hula hooped in a while.
I am excellent because I have never been able to hula hoop.
Okay, well,
I mean, it would be a
I'm
scary
the
sight.
designated hula hooper.
Excellent.
Thanks to Jen's hidden talent, the Boudrys made up some ground on the other teams. In historic homes, teams had to use math and geography to complete the task. They had to identify the year that 6 historic homes were built. They had to add those years up using this key. Then they had to add them up and go with the answer to the easternmost historic house. While other teams did their math in the car, the Boudries set up camp at Galoni Park. They had the right answer, but headed to the wrong house.
Hi, Amazing Race.
Wrong house.
Wrong house?
Wrong house.
Easternmost. Easternmost. Oh my goodness. Here you are.
Oh,
There
you fooled us. Okay, we're going to go to Wooden Toys and Crafts at 655 Farm Road, and we'll build a colonial game or toy.
In colonial games, teams must construct 4 old-fashioned toys to the satisfaction of toy maker Bob Leduc. One of the toys, a top, must then pass the spin test. It has to spin for a full 60 seconds in order for the team to move on to the next leg.
We're here to get started. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jen and Rick decided to look around the toys and craft store to see if they could find models that would help them figure out how to construct these toys.
We have no idea what we're building because there aren't any instructions. The problem is to construct 4 old-fashioned toys. And we have the parts here to do it. One looks to be something that might catch a ball in a cup. I imagine there's a top in here somehow. But the rest is a complete mystery.
Once the Boudries were able to complete the construction of the 4 toys, they had to move on to the spin test. As the Boudries leave this leg, it has become obvious that despite their past success in the Amazing Race, they are dangerously behind now.
To paraphrase our president, those other teams are kicking our tails.
In pitch and catch, teams must toss pennies to each other, both throwing and catching them using a cup. They must catch 8 out of 10 throws. Once they have completed this task, they can move on to the next stage.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this in higher and further.
After a couple more tries, Jen and Rick were able to complete the task and move on to the next leg. For Walk the Trail, teams have to make their way down a hiking trail. Somewhere along the trail is a 35mm film canister containing a clue.
You are 200 feet from the clue containers. You are 400 feet from clue containers.
Okay.
Rick was able to find the canister in the tunnel. That moved them ahead of several teams still searching. The Boudries were moving up in the pack again.
Well, you know, I kind of think I know how Jim Ash thinks, which is devious. So I brought a flashlight with me, and it made all the difference. He had also, in the paper, put something about tunnel vision, and that was supposed to be a clue. In that area, it had tunnel vision, so I thought it was at the bike trail, but there's this tunnel here.
The next leg is Frisbee golf. There are markings that need to be reached. The whole course must be completed in 12 throws or less. Jen and Rick were able to complete this task in 1 round. Unfortunately, Team Boudre would hit a snag in the last few legs. When they arrived at the pit stop at the Main Street Cafe, they ended up finishing 13th.
We thought it was great.
It was fabulous. Everybody did a great job with the different stations. There was a lot of energy. Everybody had a good time.
The guys who put this together are really very clever. We keep thinking we can outfox these guys, but
And
we
we
haven't
can't.
been able to yet. So we're coming back for the next challenge.
Thanks for watching the magazine. If you have any stories or ideas for us, you can email us at magazine@wmcttv.com. I'm Samantha Joseph, and we'll see you in the next edition.